Hello everybody. I've been doing some more looking at that Boston bombing. I was going to do a video saying that I really believe that there were some actors in the first explosion. I was thinking that that first explosion was staged, and but I did some more looking, and I finally hit on a video with an angle that you can see lots of people behind the barricade there. Lots and lots of people. You can see, I can see the guy looked like he has a Boston Bruins jersey on. Walk straight into the blast. I mean, there were people there. That's what I didn't see before. First angles I saw was it looked pretty vacant back there, and it looked like maybe the blast was back up against the building. But now I've finally seen I have finally seen some footage that shows a mass of people back there. And then if an explosion went off, people would have to be hurt. So, okay. I'm just going to say that, you know, whatever happened with Jeff Bowman, I don't know enough about those kinds of injuries to say. I didn't then, when I made my last video, I really didn't know for sure that he would be dead or whatever. So it's very possible that there were no crisis actors, and from this angle that I'll put a link to this angle, you can clearly see people walking face first into this blast. There's no way people couldn't get hurt. Like I said, I thought it looked like to me before that the blast was up against the building, and just there were just a few people out towards the street. And if that was the case, then it could easily have been staged, and no one would have been hurt, and they would have just been able to bring people out of the building and throw them on the street and have a little acting session going on. But I am convinced, even though things looked weird, I'm convinced that that was a real explosion and people really got hurt, and I'm super relieved that I don't have to say that these people are faking and liars, and that's just, I didn't want to say that, and I'm glad I didn't. And I'm glad they're not. I'm sorry they're hurt. And that explains a lot. It does not explain, however, all that foolishness with those two Chechen kids. I don't buy that for a minute. You know, there were lots of links to the CIA. Apparently their uncle, I forget that guy's name, is a big CIA operative dude. And who was talking about that? Sibel Edmonds. She was on Alex Jones, and she's legit. Okay, so you listen to her. She knows what she's talking about. She says that those kids were probably set up by the CIA and just patsies. And, you know, if this was a drill, that made that obvious. So it's a little less obvious, but to me, you know, from everything I've seen about those two guys, they were set up and either working, most likely working for the CIA, you know, as ultra low level. You know. Sibel's theory is a good one, and I want to lay this out so you know about it, is that our government staged this terror attack so that we could go to war in Syria. so that we could get Russia's permission to go to war in Syria, which we want desperately for some reason. And this works in that way because the CIA already stages terror in Russia. You know, they're the ones supposedly that are promoting the terror over there, the Chechnyan rebels or whatever. We're doing that. We set that up as a bargaining chip, and we say, well, we'll take away, we'll let you go in, we'll set this whole bombing up, blame it on Chechen terror, right? So that you have political cover to go in and take out these Chechen rebels if you let us go into Syria, which so far they don't want us to do. So that's a decent theory, so it's just an idea. And then there's all the, I just saw Gone Psycho there, he put up a video where, you know, of the shootout where the two guys were saying, you know, we didn't do it and stuff like that, and the cops were shooting and there were explosions. And that was pretty good. It's in my likes, and I'll see if I can put this put that in below. All that stuff could be easily faked. You know, the shootout was at night. You're not going to know what happened. Everybody was hiding in their houses. They could say anything happened. They had tons of bombs strapped to themselves. I don't know what happened. You know, you're going to take a cop's word for it? I'm not. You know. So that part's fishy. I'm just glad that, you know, glad and sad at the same time that the bombs were real and people really got hurt. That's too bad. I don't put it past these scumbags to do any of this. Not a problem for them. They blew up the World Trade Center. You know, a couple bombs on the street. Not a big deal for them. Big deal for the rest of us. It's just too bad that well-meaning people are up in arms and want, you know, these, you know, two kids to take the fall for it when it doesn't look like to me they had anything to do with it. At least not in reality. The bag that was blown up didn't look like either of their two bags. You know, that's pretty damning evidence, I think. You know, show me one of these guys putting the bag down at the bomb site. Something. I don't see it, but that's my take. I'm saying now that I'm convinced that people were really injured and probably were no crisis actors there. They could have thrown in, I mean, if this was the government doing it, they could have had some people waiting in the wings in one of these buildings with shredded up pants, you know, to come running out and stalk around the scene and get photographed. They could have. I don't know if they did. It doesn't matter now, you know, to me. You know, if one person's legs really get blown off, you know, throwing a few crisis actors in on top, that doesn't make any sense. So that's what I'm saying now. Okay, well, hopefully we're not going to war in Syria. I'm calling bullshit on that one. I wish there was a way. I'm trying to look into not paying my taxes. There's just no reason. I don't want to support this crap. Why are we supporting this? There's got to be a way to get out of it. There's got to be a way to stop it or not support it. Something. So I'm looking into that. Okay, well, good luck, everybody.